Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's Let's Try. Today, we'll be taking a look at Crying Suns from 2019. Crying Suns is a tactical roguelite where we assume control of a space fleet commander in his journey exploring a fallen empire. Through this exploration, we'll not only be discovering the truth behind this empire, we'll also be discovering some things about ourselves. Maybe we have some dark secrets that someone wouldn't want us to discover. Who knows? We'll just have to find out. The game features space exploration and tactical combat, as well as tons of random story-driven events. It also promises a deep and dramatic main storyline told in 6 chapters. Let's see how far we'll be able to take it to today. Let's try Crying Suns. This is a game where we do runs, much like FTL or Slay the Spire, for instance. We have access to Chapter 1 at the moment. I have no idea how much these chapters are gonna influence the run itself. I don't know how long this is. Maybe this is like a tutorial kind of thing and we will actually get to see Chapter 2, but yeah, we'll just have to see. Let's see what we can do in Chapter 1 here called Echoes. Where am I? A dwarf planet on the outer rim. Most call it Gehenna, if they call it anything at all. This, Admiral, is a top-secret cloning facility for the Imperial forces, the one and only of its kind. I am Caliban, its Omni Guardian. I don't understand. You have died, Admiral, or, to put it another way, the true version of you has died. You are his clone, identical to the original Ellis Idaho in every possible way, with some minor differences. When did Admiral Idaho die? And how? Unfortunately, I do not know the details of my clones' lives, as interesting as they must be. Extraneous, I don't know. Extraneous to my directive, I believe. Which leads me to why I've awoken you. You must be curious after all. I need your help. A machine asking for my help. Now I truly feel strange. Not just a machine, Admiral. An Omni. Short for Omni-Mechanical Neo-N Intelligence. Emperor Oberon invented us. Now your kind relies on us for just about everything. I'll come right up with it. I believe the Empire is in danger. In danger? What in the name of Oberon are you talking about? Once every 4 years, under the most secretive of protocols, I receive a single transmission from Elysium, our capital. Those transmissions stopped arriving. So you send a transmission yourself. I don't see the problem. That's just it. I can't. This facility was built in such a way to prevent it from initializing contact with the Empire, to help keep it a secret. Something is wrong, I am certain of it, and I've awoken you so that we can fly out of here, in an Omega-class battleship no less, and see for ourselves. We. I believe you'll find my intelligence indispensable for our mission, Admiral. I don't have your kind's limitations. If you're so smart, what do you need me for? Why don't you command the battleship? Because of Oberon's Rubicon. It prohibits Omnis from commanding battleships. War is a human prerogative. Also, since I can assume the clones here are the best of the best, that would make you the best Imperial Admiral to ever exist. I'd say you're perfect for the job. I'll do it, machine. For Oberon and the Empire, it's my duty as an Imperial Admiral. Excellent. Now, just one more thing. Standard operating procedure requires I ask. Can you recall any of your emotional memories? Emotional memories. Any memory linked to a strong emotion like love or hate. These memories, because of their complex neural pathways, will be a bit trickier for you to access, I'm afraid. I'm not sure. Then if you would do me the honor of trying to recall one, any emotional memory will do. I can't. So much is blurred, broken apart. Don't worry, Admiral. Perfectly normal for this stage. You'll find rational memories, on the other hand, those linked to Idaho's training and combat experience, almost immediately accessible. Just ask if you need a refresher. Lastly, and this is important, if these emotional memories return, rather when they return, you must tell me immediately. It's important for your safety. Yes, your safety. Do you understand? I understand. Perfect. Now let's wake up the rest of the crew, shall we? We don't have a moment to waste. And please, Admiral. What is it now, machine? Call me Caliban. Okay, interesting. Okay, I guess we are literally just thrown right into it here. You have 2 officers left to select. We are just gonna go on normal for sure. Squadrons 4. This is the ship. Okay, we can choose a ship. We can't. I don't think we can change anything here, but we can see the stats of our ship. We can see that the core system is Gehenna's Tech, and we can unlock several more ships. We have the Excelsior class at the moment, and I'm guessing these are the chapters we've completed with this ship, so it doesn't really matter. We have something here, 1 out of 10, 1 out of 10, maybe health and hull, energy, or shield and hull, maybe, who knows. And we have a weapon, and we have... Okay, we have 4 squadrons, one of them is damaged though, alright. So the drones do less damage, but they're faster than the fighters. Okay. Oof. All kinds of things we don't know anything about. But we have 2 officers left to select, so let's choose some officers. Okay, officers, reach the 2nd sector to change the officer clone badge. Okay. Okay, so you have sharp senses and some persuasion. That's not too bad. Erudition, whatever that means, and hacking. Okay. Fighting and demolition. And you have erudition as well, whatever that is. Maybe some knowledge. Looks like a book in either case. And engineering. Okay, I'm thinking maybe engineering is a good thing to have on a boat like this, and maybe someone that knows how to talk real well. Yeah. Why not? Special Officer DNA database. This is all locked. This is something we can find on the runs. Okay, fair enough. Don't want to change our battleship because we cannot. You need to unlock at least 1 special officer DNA during a run to select a special officer. All right. Let's go. No tutorial apparently. That's interesting. Sector 1 of 3. Okay, here we go. These are the sectors of the Outer Rim, Admiral. The farthest sectors from the capital that there are. If there was ever a wasteland in the Empire, this would be it. This would be it. Strange, I'm not picking up other Omnis. Even out here, I should be picking up dozens of them. Let's try not to overact with machine. It's probably nothing. Empire has run flawlessly for how many years now? 700. And it will do so for hundreds more. Now, come on, let's take a look around. Okay? Okay, so... it would seem we have a ground signal here. Yeah, and an anomaly, as we can see out here, whatever that is. Delta Esenonvideri. Okay. I'm guessing that's a designation of whatever is here. HW324 and PI404. We have RAX4. I don't know what this is. We have a battleship wreckage though, in or around a planet or a gas giant there called Binea Secundus. I'm guessing we just pick it. Cost 1 Neo-N to reach. Okay, so we have 5 jumps available to us. See what that's all about. Okay, I'll see. What do we have here, Lieutenant? It appears to be some kind of cube-like refinery, sir. It's a Neo-N hypercube, omnitech for the simultaneous harvesting and refining of neutrinium from nearby stars. Interesting, if not downright bizarre. This cube isn't connected to the fold net. How could that be? And why aren't there hypercube omnis trying to reconnect it as I speak? Okay. Let's ask Caliban for some explanations. Certain things are still buried to me, machine. What do you want to know, Admiral? Find out about the... Well, we sort of know what the Neo-N is, I suppose, but let's ask about it anyway. Tell me about Neo-N. Hundreds of years ago, pre-Omni times, the first advanced machines discovered the existence of the final element, neutrinium, which exists usually, but not always, in stars. Okay. Neutrinium is extremely volatile in its natural state, but these advanced machines stabilized and improved upon it, providing the most powerful and longest lasting energy source yet. Neo-neutrinium or Neo-N. Neo-N in turn allowed these first machines to create an even more advanced machine, the Omni, an acronym for Omni-Mechanical Neo-N Intelligence. But I thought you told me Oberon invented the Omnis. I did. You're absolutely right, but technically it's not entirely true. Oberon invented the first advanced machines, which in turn, thanks in part to their creation of Neo-N, invented the Omnis. Okay. Neo-N in its refined state is the perfect energy source, stable and almost boundless in its energy yield. As a result, it's used in just about all Omni-tech as humans stopped inventing tech hundreds of years ago. Lastly, what's important about Neo-N is that our very own battleship, the NS Odysseus, uses it. And without it, we can't go anywhere. Okay, so turns out we didn't know exactly what it was anyway, but let's ask about the FoldNet. Tell me more about the FoldNet. As you probably recall by now, Admiral, the Omnis have invented and managed Imperial tech more or less since the dawn of the Empire. The FoldNet, arguably our greatest achievement, forms the backbone of the Empire. Think of it as a global galactic network, allowing instant data and/or matter transmissions through its numerous interconnected folders and beacons. And without the constant vigilance and management of FoldNet Omnis, none of it would be possible and humanity would live in a fragmented, chaotic darkness. Needless to say, it's important. Okay. Ooh, 2 new ones, okay. Let's ask about the folders. Let me see if I can explain this to you in a way that you could possibly understand. In the early days of the Empire, at a speed of 100 times that of light speed, the interstice offered the fastest space travel available. It was fast, don't get me wrong, but traveling from cluster to cluster could still take decades. To assist Empire administration, and just because we could, the Omnis invented a means to travel from 2 points in space instantaneously. Folders. Yes. Each folder, several kilometers across, is linked or paired with another folder through a process of... This is going to be really difficult to explain to a non-quantum computing entity. Essentially, all you need to know is that these paired folders collapse or fold space for a very brief amount of time so as to join 2 points in space previously unjoined. Without the folders, Oberon could never have grown his empire, nor kept it together for the 700 years that he has. Each folder is run by an Omni. These Omnis are cleverly known as folder Omnis. Without them, the folders simply cannot work. Lastly, in order to reach Elysium, the Empire's capital, on our journey, we will have to use several folders. Okay, but why can't we just teleport to Elysium directly? We are deep in the Outer Rim. The new folders paired with Elysium will be found only in very important hubs. We'll need to reach those first. What do you want to know? Okay. Dear Lord, this is a lot. Okay, let's ask about the beacons then. What can you tell me about FoldNet beacons? The beacons, which we'll most likely encounter on our journey, function as repeaters, amplifying all FoldNet data transmission throughout the clusters. Beacons allow all Empire citizens, even if they live out here on the Outer Rim, and are, for all intents and purposes, socially and culturally irrelevant, to receive and send information in the galaxy instantly. Oberon believes that everyone has the right to instantaneous information and materials in his sectors. Quite debatable, if you ask me. Okay, the interstice. I'm gonna call it the interstice. I have no idea if that's correct. The interstice is another Omni-invented tech, one of the first great inventions and one developed long before the folders. With their interstitial tech, the Omnis created an empty space dimension between the ones you know, what we call a tunnel, where the universal light speed behaves, let's say, differently. In an interstitial tunnel, it's possible to reach up to 100 times the speed of light, a speed that allowed your kind to colonize their nearest stars. However, interstitial travel still has its limitations. For example, at the speed, it would take you 750 years to travel from one end of the Empire to the other, a period of time greater than the age of the Empire itself, hence the need for folders. However, the interstice is sufficient when traveling intra-cluster and within that cluster's sectors. Okay. That was a lot of information, but I think that made some sense at least. Let's, I guess, send a small team to investigate the cube. Captain Lynch, form a small squadron, fly around the cube and tell me what you see. On it, sir. Wonder if we actually have to do something. Sir, the Omni was right. The cube isn't connected to the FoldNet, and by the looks of it, hasn't been connected in years. Just a guess here, but I'd say it looks like it's been disconnected for maybe 10, 15 years? 10 or 15 years. At least, sir. Could the Empire have, I don't know, disconnected it on purpose? I don't think so, Admiral. I'm not a cube Omni myself, but cubes are complex tech needing constant supervision. Disconnecting it would make that all but impossible. And the Neo-N levels? Empty, sir. There's no Neo-N here whatsoever. Looks like whoever came before us took all of it. We won't be fueling here. Alright. The reserves might be empty, but there could still be some residual Neo-N coursing through the cube. I should be able to unlock this final restraint so that we can scavenge the leftovers. It won't be much, but will help our efforts. There, we should be able to scavenge Neo-N fuel here now. But that'll be the last of it in this cube. All suns have a Neo-N cube where you have a chance to scavenge some precious leftover fuel. Okay. Okay. No idea what all this is, but let's try and scavenge. Okay, we got one. Guess we had a big chance of getting one, and we could have gotten 2 or 3. All right. I guess all this would be relevant if it was a fight, but it is not. What is this? Gehenna's tech improve. It's the core system. Okay, I don't think that means anything right now. Okay. Let's check the local map here. Where are we? We are not necessarily anywhere, actually. This might just be where you always start the new N cube. Who knows? Actually, we are in the Delta Essenonvideri. Whatever. We're in the first one. We're in the middle. So let's... Okay, do we do them in, like, order, I guess, maybe? But since we don't have much of a choice, let's go to the HW3 something something. See what we'll find here. Hello. Sir, battleship, 12 o'clock. What kind of battleship, Lieutenant? Couldn't say, sir. I've never seen a ship like this in all my service. Interesting. Incoming transmission. An Imperial battleship made from Telos tech. My mouth is watering. Okay, that's, I think, the guy we're talking to. He's seeing our battleship and sounds like he would very much like to get his grubby little hands on it. This is Admiral Idaho of the Imperial Fleet. Stand down, Captain. This is an Imperial sector you find yourself in. Imperial sector? That's funny, imp. But to say that that smells like combat. The battle is imminent. Good luck, Admiral. Okay. Okay. You can deploy your officers during fights. Some officers have special abilities that can boost specific systems. All officers can also repair critical effects sustained by any system. There are 3 systems: squadron, weapon, and hull. So be careful where you deploy your officers. Okay. Squadrons are essential to protect your battleship and destroy the enemy. To deploy your squadrons, click on the plus sign on an empty dock. For now, your second dock will be locked until you have learned the basics. Fair? Use your weapons to gain the decisive advantage on the battlefield. Weapons can be deployed by clicking the plus sign on the empty dock. Okay, your neurocom can also accelerate your thoughts to a point where time appears totally still. Press space to enter or exit from pause. Good to know. Okay. Okay, so yes, this is indeed hull. 110 something and shield, I'm gonna guess. Let's deploy a squad. Now, what do we want? Do we want a... They are being patched. Yeah. Can we see what he's gonna do? I think he's gonna do a drone. Damaged one at that. So if he's doing drones, it would make sense for us to do the fighter, because it says they have massive damage bonus versus drones. So let's do that one. Hopefully that's what he's doing. Let's put him... Why? I don't know why it wouldn't click there, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. Let's get a weapon as well. The Pierce Laser Mark 1? Sure. I'm thinking we'll put our officers on both of these. Engineering. What? Does it say what it would do? Proximity repair. Cooldown 15 seconds. Apply region to all allied squadrons in your deploy zone for 10 seconds. You know what? That sounds like he would be a good choice for the squadrons, right? He, she. Looks like a she. Looks like a she as well. Arita. Famous. Okay, you're famous. You know what? You're on weapons. Ah, yeah, it says here. Okay. Fighter has a massive damage bonus versus drones. Drones has a massive damage bonus versus frigates. And frigates has a massive damage bonus versus fighters. Hopefully he's gonna send out some drones. Let's see how it goes. Is that is indeed drone. Okay, what oh, we can... Okay, we control. Okay. Okay, you're attacking. What about my weapon? You're recharging, I think. Yep, okay, you're charging. Okay, now what? Are we gonna... Okay, we're gonna charge. It doesn't look like he has a... No, he doesn't have a weapon, so we want to focus on squadrons. And taking that out so he can't get out anymore, I think. Oh. Your weapon has finished charging and is ready to fire. Click on it and choose a target on the battlefield to deal damage to your enemies. Can I choose? I can. Boom. Nice. I don't think he's gonna get anything out. Yeah, there we go. Fight report. Victory. Good job, Admiral. Here is a summary of the battle. We got 52 somethings. Gonna assume currency. Uh-oh. What was that thing? I don't know, Lieutenant, and I'm not sure I want to either. Apparently, we should be in Empire's Imperial space right now, but it seems like the Empire might have been gone for quite a long time. That was very nice, though. Very nice. Okay. Local system map. We now have access to a station. Let's go check it out. An Imperial outpost, sir. It seems abandoned. Any heat signatures? Not a single one. Seems empty of all human life. What about an omnipresence? They should be here managing the station, no? They should. And no, I'm not detecting any. This is getting stranger and stranger. Then let's ask him about the outpost. What can you tell me about this outpost? Seems to be just your run-of-the-mill Imperial outpost, Admiral. There are outposts in all Imperial sectors. With the capital Elysium so far away, they help keep the peace and maintain order. You must show your military might so that you don't have to use it. I believe is the thinking. But there's definitely no military might here. What do you want to do about this outpost? Let's see if we can make contact before we just send someone down there. Lieutenant, see if you can make contact with someone, human or not, inside. Of course, Admiral. Sorry, sir. If there's anyone inside, they are not answering. Okay, well, I guess then we are sending a team. Of commandos, okay. Captain Lean, form a small team and check it out. You got it, sir. Are we gonna do another kind of battle? No. Okay. Sir, the outpost is empty. Seems it was abandoned years ago. If I had to guess, probably around the time that hypercube back there was disconnected from the foldnet. Looks like someone came here, took the most valuable omniparts, Neo-N encapsulators, positronic chips, and left the rest behind. Scavenging omniparts? Who would do such a thing? That's a capital offense. One the Pragma execute you for. Hold on, sir, I'm getting a transmission. My commandos have found something. An Omni. Intact from top to bottom. Is it functional? That's a negative, sir. It was in a lower level. Guess whoever was here before us didn't go down that far. Might have needed high clearance to get in. Admiral, I can examine it from here if the captain plugs the data pad into the exosoc. Sure thing, Omni. Okay, accessing the Omni's mainframe. And... strange. Its exoframe is perfectly intact. It has plenty of Neo-N and its positronic chip seems to be in place. It should be up and running. I don't get it. Any idea when it shut down? According to its chip, 20 years ago. Roughly the time the hypercube was unlinked from the foldnet. What do you want to do about this outpost, Admiral? Let's see what he can do about it, maybe. Or if he has some knowledge. Okay, let's see if he can reactivate the Omni. Unfortunately, no. Only Omni owners can do that. Besides, this Omni isn't just in sleep mode, it's been shut down. Okay, that's apparently two different things. I don't think we need to ask about Omni-N. Not Omni-N, Neo-N. That seems like something we've asked about before. Probably just the same explanation. Let's ask about the positronic chip, though. Actually, no. Your kind invented this as incredible as that is, specifically Emperor Oberon. The positronic chip serves several purposes. 1. It contains the Rubicon, and 2. It dictates omnifunctionality. My functions are specific to Gehenna, and as such are different from the functionings of other Omnis, whether they be Imperial outpost Omnis like the Omni here, Boulder Omnis, Cube Omnis, Medical Omnis, Cheater Omnis, or the hundreds of other kinds of Omnis that exist in the Empire. Lastly, the positronic chip gives Omnis quantum computing capabilities. It's what allows us to be so much smarter than you. Positronic chips are produced and distributed near Elysium, of course. That's by design, so that Oberon can closely monitor the positronic quota. Simply put, without a positronic chip, an Omni is little more than an exoframe. Okay. Let's ask about the quota then, I guess. Yes. So as to maintain perpetual harmony in the Empire, Oberon created a quota. Depending on your house and whether it's minor or major, you receive a certain number of chips every 10 years. Who received the most chips? House Tellus, of course. Oberon's house. Our house. And the fewest? One of the minor houses. Vicarelli. They have a pitiful quota. Embarrassing, really. I'd hate to be a Vicarelli Omni. Okay, fair enough. He is slightly arrogant. Let's ask about the Rubicon. The Rubicon is a set of rules enforced at a very low level, ensuring that Omnis don't harm humans and don't deviate from their missions. Suppose an Omni disobeyed its Rubicon, what would happen then? Well, that is quite rare, but unfortunately there are examples of this occurring in the early days. But if that happens, then the chip would deactivate and trigger a self-termination feature in the Omni. Omni suicide. It's just a feature, Admiral. A rarely activated feature. Okay. Well, it seems we don't have much choice but to continue on. Okay, machine, I'll admit it. Something is wrong, at least in the Outer Rim. I don't want to further worry you, but our battleship's heuristics are detecting an anomaly at our next destination. Okay. Anomaly signals are the riskiest events you'll encounter, offering very positive or very negative outcomes. You won't know which type of event it is, negative or positive, until arriving at the signal source. Okay. It's another battleship. It's one of those creatures again, sir. Maybe this one will be friendly. This is Clique. Nice ship you got there. I'm gonna enjoy scramming it over your dead bodies. He doesn't sound friendly. You're going down, whatever you are. Okay, prepare to fight. Yep, okay, let's see. Each basic squadron type, frigates, drones and fighters, is best suited to fight against a particular squadron, providing it with a massive damage bonus if properly matched. Be sure to find out a unit's strengths and weaknesses before deploying it. Already did that. This is a fighter, meaning I believe we want a frigate. No, can we? Yeah. Yes, we want the frigates. Right? It's indeed a fighter. Yeah, they have low health. I'm gonna assume that's to make it nice and easy for us. In the beginning. Yeah, let's go. We have 3. Let's send them. Nice. Good. Go to the squadron, and I'm gonna assume this is very much like the last battle, so the weapon will be up and running before he can even do anything. Target the squadrons. Boosh. Nice. It might spawn. No, very close, very close. Ooh, we got a fighter Mark 1. Very nice. Though we had yet another brush with death, at least our scanners detected the anomaly this time. Was this the anomaly though? Tell me more about these anomalies, machine. Anomalies are destinations with a higher than normal probability of being very negative or very positive. Unfortunately, we won't know what kind of outcome to expect until we arrive at the source's signal. You could say investigating anomaly signals is a bit of a gamble. Good to know. Come on, there's got to be someone around here who can tell us what's going on. Oh, it really goes on all the way. Yes, it doesn't look like there's anything else to be done here, so whenever the event finishes, if there's nothing down here, then that's it, you move on. How is our... Are you actually repairing? 40 out of 80. I wonder if that, when next to where it says fighter in blue, there's this circle with like some icons in it. I wonder if that's how many there are. I don't remember, I don't recall how many fighters we had in the first fight, but we did have 3 frigates in that setup there. But he definitely had 4 frigates, or 4 fighters. I don't recall if it was Mark II. I would be surprised if it's Mark II though. Can you use your skill? Oh, no, wait, hang on. Applies to, why? Huh. In the bottom there it says applies to, and it only says hull. I'm gonna I don't know actually. I would assume that that means that the region ability is only to hull, but it does say that it applies region to all allied squadrons in your deployed zone. But maybe I need to be... Maybe you need to be in hull to be able to use it. There's an icon there. That definitely looks like a fighter with a plus sign next to it, as in she's healing. Let's try and keep her there. Let's see what happens. Let's try and keep her there. It could also be that it has to be out in battle before it works. Let's go and check out the battleship wreckage on the planet here. There would appear to be a small colony on this planet, Admiral. Maybe we can finally get some answers. I'm also detecting a ground signal roughly 1,000 kilometers from the colony. Could be worth investigating with an expedition. Hello? Is anyone there? It's Bowie. This is Admiral Ellis Idaho of the Imperial Fleet. I am Tigan Bowie, leader of my small colony. What can we do for you, Admiral? If it's scrap you're looking for, I'm sorry, but we have none to spare. Scrap? We're here to find out what's going on in these sectors. I don't understand. We have yet to encounter a single active Omni, and 2 enemy battleships have engaged us. Is this some sort of sick joke, Admiral? The Omnis shut down. Impossible. The Omnis shut down in our sectors, and when they did, so did all of their tech. It can't run without them. How? When? I have no idea how it happened. I'm not sure even Oberon does. It's truly the great mystery of our time. As for when, 20 years ago, we relied on them for everything. Food, medicine, weather. It's hard to give accurate numbers, but maybe 75% of the population here died in the first 5 years alone. Now, who knows how many of us are left? 10%? Less? Let's learn about scrap. It's probably not super important right now, but probably money. You mentioned something called scrap. Can you tell me more about this? Well, now that the Omnis have been inactive for so long, Imperial Sol. Now that the Omnis have been inactive for so long, Imperial Sol, the former currency, no longer holds value of any sort. Okay, that was the currency. The only thing that does is scrap. Remnants of the Omnitech, its metals, ship, materials, and new N, our energy source. As Omnitech becomes scarcer and scarcer, which it has over the last 20 years, its value has appreciated. Causing people to act in increasingly desperate and violent ways to get it. That's why scrappers want to destroy your ship so much. It's so they can collect its broken down parts and sell them, just so they can prolong their miserable lives. But it's not just the scrappers and the pirates who desire the stuff. It's just that most of us common folk aren't willing to kill for it. At least, not yet. Is there something else you want to know, Admiral? Yes, let's ask how we can help their planet and the people of these sectors. What can the NS Odysseus do to help? Defeating the scrappers would be a nice start. Things would look a whole lot better with these scum out of the way. Scrappers. Don't tell me you don't know about them either. It's like you've been living this entire time on an uninhabited planet on the edge of the Outer Rim. The scrappers are a group of hideous, irradiated scavengers who collect leftover Omnitech and Neo-N. When the Omni shut down, causing the fault net to collapse in our sectors, they were the ones who took over in the chaos. They are not the only rotten apples around here with your pirates and your occasional crazy civilian, but they're definitely the worst. They defeated the Imperial ships? How? Telos Tech is second to none. Imperial captains are trained at the academy. True, but the scrapper battleships wore them down. Picked off one here, another there, it was a war of attrition. Plus, the Empire couldn't send reinforcements. Not with our folder down, you see. I hate to say it, but I think it's just a matter of time before they make slaves of us all. But even if you beat them, even if you beat Mother, it won't change anything. The way we are going 10, 15 years from now, with all the hardships we are experiencing, will be gone, all of us. Unless what? You somehow reactivate the Omnis. Turn them back on again. Then, the ones that haven't been scavenged for their parts, that is. That's the only way to save us. Is there something else you want to know, Admiral? I'm just gonna go grab a quick drink of water. Okay, and we're back. That is a lot of reading. My throat is getting a little bit scratchy. Let's ask how he thinks we can turn the Omnis back on. But how can we do that? You're asking the wrong guy, I'm afraid. As I said, no one knows who or what shut them down. You'll have to solve that mystery on your own. And once you do, you'll still have to find a way to turn them back on, which might be another thing altogether. But where should we start? I hate to say it, but Mother is probably your best bet. I mean, she benefited the most from them shutting down in this cluster, didn't she? Then again, there are a lot of territories out there about who or what, a lot of theories out there about who or what is responsible for this. Is there something else? Let's see if we can find out who this Mother is. You really don't want to know, Admiral. For some reason, that's what they call her. Their leader. Mother, Mom, Mommy. It's all very upsetting. From what I gather, she was the one who started the Scrappers, fostering a punk, nihilistic scavenging philosophy among their sordid ranks. And who makes up her ranks? Former Imperial prisoners, I think. The worst of the worst. When the Omni shut down, the prisoners escaped from their Omni-run prisons and psychiatric stations. Mother loves her tech, especially House Teller's tech. Like the battleship you have. And she and the Boyles who work for her will kill you for it and enjoy doing it too. She's been terrorizing these sectors for years now, enslaving men and women to bolster her numbers and make them into her playthings and baby makers, as she calls them. Okay. Okay. Let's ask about the playthings and baby makers, I guess. You don't want to know who they are. But since you asked, the playthings are Mother's sex slaves, and the baby makers are, you know, what she uses to make babies. Okay. Scrappers often die young from their exposure to Neo-N, as they should. Thank Oberon for that. Mother uses her baby makers to keep the scrappers' numbers growing. She supposedly has breeding stations spread throughout these sectors. Okay. Frankly, I can't imagine a worse place. We'll do everything we can to stop these monsters. You have my word. Okay. See if he knows if Mother shut down the Omnis. He probably doesn't. Did she do it? Is Mother the reason the Omnis shut down in the sectors? Like I said before, Admiral, I couldn't say. But if she didn't do it, I'd wager some serious scraps she knows who did. But I don't recommend asking her, Admiral. I don't recommend getting anywhere near her for that matter. Frankly, Mother terrifies me. Let's ask about the scrappers who control the sectors. Tell me more about the scrappers who work for Mother and control these sectors. Each sector is controlled by one of Mother's cronies. You'll recognize them by their freakish mutations brought on by their exposure to too much Neo-N. But I sincerely hope you don't see them, because if you do, well, usually you don't live to tell about it. It's not the bravest thing to do, but I'll say it again. Hide. Make yourself inconspicuous, Admiral. And if you're lucky, you'll live another 10 or 15 years. Okay. I don't blame you. It's not exactly for the faint of heart. Is there something else you want to know, Admiral? Okay. We asked about the scrap. Let's see. Let's ask about the theories there were regarding the shutdowns of the Omnis. What theories have you heard about the shutdown? I've heard a few, Admiral. Even in times of starvation, people like to gossip. Probably the most popular around here is that the omnivirus theory, which is that somehow the Omnis got some kind of machine virus that quickly spread and ultimately shut them down. But that theory doesn't hold water for me. Why not? It doesn't explain how or why they all shut down at the same time, which, you know, they seemingly did around here. One moment they were working, doing what they have always done, making our lives easier, and the next, they weren't. I don't know of any virus that can do that. Do you? What other theories have you heard? Well, after that you've got your less credible theories, such as, well, you got your Omni mass suicide theory that states that the Omnis, upset over their role in the Empire, somehow found a way to shut themselves down, to kill themselves because they no longer wanted to live. Then you've got your Omni Rapture theory, which is that the Omni left this realm to go to a heavenly realm. This theory is popular among certain fringe religious groups. Whack jobs, if you ask me. And last but not least, you've got your alien shutdown theory, which is that hostile aliens from another galaxy, at another dimension, shut down all of our Omnis so that they could easily conquer us. The big problem with that theory is that, as far as I know, the hostile aliens never showed up. And what do you think? Me? I think we never should have become so dependent on the things in the first place. That's what I think. Is there something else? No. I don't think so. We learned about scrap, we learned about Omnis, we asked about everything. Let's continue. I promise, in the name of Oberon, we'll take care of these scrappers and get your Omnis up and running again. You say that, Admiral, but you'll fail, or you'll stop trying sooner or later. Or worse yet, you'll die. But take this Neo-N, Admiral. We have plenty at the moment. I have a feeling you'll need it. And, like I said, I know it's not the bravest thing to do, but it's best if you hide. You live longer that way. Ooh, very nice. Okay. End of transmission, sir. Do you believe what he said, Admiral? Unfortunately, yes. It explains everything we've seen so far. The Omni shut down in the Outer Rim, and so did their tech, including this cluster's folder. That's why those scrappers now run things here. So what do we do now, sir? First thing we need to do is find this mother. As Bowie said, if she didn't shut the Omnis down, chances are she knows who or what did. If you want to move on, Admiral, open the star map below by clicking on it and choose our next system. Otherwise, you might want to stay and check out this ground signal I was telling you about. Could be a good opportunity to gather some resources and put your commandos to use. Okay, now that you have learned the basics, your second dock has been unlocked. Remember to make good use of it while commanding your squadrons. A numerical advantage is often a turning point in battle. Very nice. You can access the expedition dashboard here. Okay. So we have the star map, which he did say we could open, but apparently we cannot. So we are indeed forced to check out this battleship wreckage. So let's do that. Minimal requirements 3 commandos. Let's prepare the mission. Scan it. Okay, guess we found it. Something. Nope, there we go. Artifacts, battleship wreckage, major threats. No major threat detected. Okay. Okay, what's going on? Okay. This is the number of commandos sent on the expedition. Minimal requirement for commandos is 3. The maximum number of commandos will be sent, up to 10 if you have enough of them. The more you send, the better your chances for success. This section displays the type of artifacts you will have a chance to collect during the expedition. Each type will always yield the same kind of reward. Okay, so we have a battleship wreckage, that's also what it said. This section displays the types of major threats, exceptionally dangerous situations your team will face during the expedition. Be careful about those. I wonder if we can actually cancel out if we see a threat that we don't like. Ground distress signals display the number of possible retreats your team will have during the expedition. Okay, 1 retreat chance, okay. Okay, officer survival. Officer survival represents the chance your leading officer has to return safely. Healthy officers have a chance to come back injured. Injured officers have a chance to die. An injured or a dead officer will abort the mission, forcing the team to retreat to ship without loot. Okay. The resource extraction meter represents the minimum and maximum percent of encountered resources, artifacts included, that your team will have a chance to bring back with them to your ship if the leading officer survives the expedition. Okay, so at the moment it would seem much better to go with this chick, also with the commando survival coming up. I'm guessing since it's green. The commando survival meter represents the chances your commandos have to return safely. It displays the minimum and maximum possible number of commandos that will not make it back to your ship. Yeah. I'm guessing some sort of combat officer is good for these ones. We did see someone that had some skill in that. Let's see. That is probably due to your sharp senses, I would imagine then. We'll lose between 0 and 1 commandos. You'll lose all of them. Okay. Yeah. So, Farida, you are definitely going. Okay. Launch expedition. Lieutenant, Caliban's detected an artifact on this planet that could be helpful to our mission. We have a good idea of where it is, but we'll need you and a team of commandos on the ground to find and extract it. We'll have visuals, but space-to-ground communication will be minimal. We can't risk giving away the location of our battleship or exposing you to potential local threats. Only contact us when it's secure to do so, and I'll decide if an emergency retreat is necessary. Of course, any additional resources you encounter should be extracted too. This is a dangerous mission, and some of our commandos could die in the field. Do your best to keep them safe. Now get going. A shuttle's waiting for you and the commandos. And good luck down there. Thank you, sir. Okay. Danger. Persuasion, danger avoided. Okay, this is going very quickly. Okay, sharp senses helped us. Okay. Ooh. Uh-oh. Nothing found. Darn. Okay. Yeah, so we didn't have the Eurodite. We sent a good officer, I feel like. Sent a good officer. Tamar was hurt. Lucy was hurt. Rita took some damage. We didn't find anything in the battleship wreckage because we didn't have demolitions. Would be nice if we could actually see that, but I guess that's okay. Huh, okay, well we continue then. Ooh. Extra scrap, okay. Extra scrap. How long is this? Signal, okay, the line is secured. Admiral. The line is secured, Admiral. You've seen our bio readouts. What do you think? Should we continue with the mission? You know, I think we are in a decent position. I think we can continue. It might be a mistake. We don't know what's coming up, of course, but so far she's the perfect officer for this. So let's hope that if we take more damage, that it's not Tamar or Lucy. Continue. No hacking. Okay. Very nice. Alright, that was it. That seemed like not worth the risk, but okay, we didn't have any hacking, so if we did, we could have gotten something extra. Okay, waiting for extraction, sir. Let's get back on the ship. 3 neo-N fuel, that was very nice. I thought we got a ton of it, but we still only have 5. Expedition team was able to return to the NS Odysseus. Okay. The star map button opens the current sector star map where you can choose your next destination system. Okay. Each node represents a stellar system you can visit. Each interstitial jump to a neighboring system costs 1 neo-N. Each system contains different points of interest. Okay, we have ground signal indicators show a system with a planetary expedition. We have a trading beacon indicators show a system where you can buy or repair equipment. Omniforge indicators show a system where you can improve the mark of your squadrons. Interesting. Anomaly indicators show a system where there is a high level risk and or reward. Okay. Each time you jump, the current sector's rulers get more suspicious. Ah, okay. Once the alert encounter reaches 0, they will follow your tracks and try to find you. Being caught will result in a very difficult and unprofitable encounter. Okay, so that's probably some FTL kind of thing right there. Are we here? Oh, we are here, right? No. No, we are here. We jump from here to here. Okay, so we don't have... System is too far. We don't have too many choices here. We can go to this Elegia Majoris. That's literally the choice we have. Yeah, but this is probably some sort of, if you know FTL, some sort of FTL mechanic where the what did they call the rulers here will slowly try to catch up to us when they know that we are out and about. We will not be seeing that in this video, unfortunately. That was a lot of reading. This took way longer than I thought. But the The store page did say that it was a very story-heavy game, and it most certainly is. This is still the first chapter, so I don't know if all the chapters are going to be this story-driven. I hope so, because I honestly think this has been amazing so far. Let's before we end it here, let's jump to this one, and let's see what happens. Can we see the star map without being at the exit? I'm not sure. Lucky for you, you're an Imperial. Otherwise, we wouldn't be open to selling our beloved pirate treasure map. Buy the pirate map for some scrap. Why does it say 50 out of 50 when it requires 30 scrap? 50 out of 50 what, I wonder? I don't know. Let's ask about it. How do we know the map is legitimate? We got it off a pirate. He died of a heart attack. We took it to a pirate expert. It's got the official pirate stamp on it and everything. Okay. Anna Takahashi. Okay. Apparently there's an unguarded pirate station in the next sector. In the next sector over, that's basically spilling forth with scrap and other goodies. We'd make the trip ourselves if we had a ship decked out like yours. Do we have a deal, or don't we? You know what? Sure. We'll buy the map. We'll pay you for the map. I hope you like bathing in riches, because that's exactly what you'll soon be doing. I put the location of the pirate treasure on your star map, sir. It will show up if we reach the next sector before dying, which I'm 100% sure we will. Die or... Okay, lost 30 scrap, yep. Quest added in the next sector, excellent. We can look at the star map. Okay, yep, they... looks like they took this system. And I'm gonna guess... maybe they'll follow us, or they'll jump one system every time. Yeah, it seems plausible. It seems plausible. Okay, well, that's gonna do it for this one. I think it was. I had a lot of fun doing this. I think this is definitely something I could see myself playing. Maybe for the channel, maybe not. It is a lot of reading. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you enjoyed it, if it's something for you. But for now, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you for the next one. Until then, take care.